Hello again, my name is Nicole and today we'll be taking a look at 5 different problems and their factoring strategies. There are plenty of different ways to factor an expression, but today we'll be looking at some of the most common ones. The ones I'll be investigating today are common factoring, difference of squares factoring, simple trinomial factoring, perfect square factoring, and tricky trinomial factoring. On to the first question found on page 204, number 10C. We have 3mx plus 3my plus 2x plus 2y. The first step to any factoring problem is to factor out common terms. This expression has 4 terms, so it is not a trinomial. Therefore, I am simply going to common factor. I factor out 3m plus 2, leaving me with 3m, x plus y, plus 2, x plus y. I now have common factors that I can group together, placing the x plus y and 3m plus 2 together. The final answer is 3m plus 2 times x plus y. Question 2 on page 230, number 11. Factor the expression 5x cubed minus 8xy squared. Like the first problem, this is not a trinomial, as it only has 2 terms. The first thing I see we can do here is factor out 2x. This leaves us with 2x bracket 25x squared minus 4y squared. Now, looking at the equation inside the brackets, 25x squared minus 4yx squared, I can tell that we are dealing with a situation where we should use difference of squares. The square root of 25 is 5, the square root of x squared is x, the square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of y squared is y. And a minus sign is present. Putting this into the standard form of difference of squares formula, we will get an answer of 2x, 5x minus 2y, 5x plus 2y. On to the third question from page 212, number 8D. Factor the expression w squared minus 5w minus 14. Here we are dealing with a trinomial. There is no number in front of w, meaning its constant is 1. I can see that we cannot remove any common factors or take the square root of the first and last number. We are going to use simple trinomial factoring to solve this problem. To do this, we need to find 2 numbers that add to be negative 5 and numbers that multiply to equal negative 14. Those numbers are negative 7 and positive 2, as negative 7 plus 2 equals negative 5 and negative 7 times 2 equals negative 14. We put w in the first place in the first set of brackets, followed by negative 7 and positive 2 to give us our final answer of w minus 7 times w plus 2. Question 4 from page 230, number 7C. Factor the expression negative 50 squared minus 40x minus 8. We have another trinomial. Factor out any common term. Here I'll factor out negative 2, leaving me with negative 2 bracket 25x squared plus 20x plus 4. Within the brackets we can see that the trinomial is a perfect square. To verify this, we will take the square root of the first and last terms and multiply them by 2. If the answer is the middle term, then we have a perfect square trinomial. The square root of 25 is 5 and the square root of 4 is 2. Multiplying them together, then multiplying them by 2, gives us 20, which is indeed the middle term. Using standard form for a perfect square trinomial, we will factor it, giving us the final answer of negative 2 times 5x minus 2 squared. On to the final question from page 222, number 7a. Factor the expression 15x squared plus 4x minus 4. Like the third question, we are dealing with a trinomial. However, here we have a number in front of x, meaning that we have to use the tricky trinomial factoring strategy. We cannot remove any common factors or take the square root of the first and last number. To factor, we need to multiply the first and last terms together, and then find 2 numbers that will equal the product of the multiplication and will add to positive 4. 15x times negative 4 equals negative 60. 2 numbers that multiply to get negative 60 and that add up to equal negative 4 are negative 10 and positive 6. Negative 10 plus 6 equals positive 4, and negative 10 times 6 equals negative 60. We substitute these 2 numbers in place of negative 4x. Then we common factor to give us 5x times 3x minus 2 plus 2 times 3x minus 2. Next, factor by grouping, and we have our answer of 3x minus 2 times 5x plus 2, all in brackets. Thanks for watching!